Wait, is this the main ID? Hey, 1 second, guys. All right. Stream is up. Stream is running. Let's go, baby. Hey, guys, what is your team name? Hey, tell me your team name fast, guys. 1 second. Oh, do played. Okay, fine. The other team's name is Team. My channel. I just went live. Just give it 120 seconds. There's delay. Has it come? I didn't get the friend request yet from those dudes. Are we live on YouTube? I think we're already live on YouTube. Abhi, guys, who made this room, by the way? Who made this room? Vlogger. Okay. I think we need to change the mode to a tournament mode, right? Tournament mode should be on, right? Okay, let me do that. Alright, I'll be back. Uh, I don't know, dude. There's a full 5-man team coming, so you have to fit yourself into the plate. But I think you already have 5. Alright. So stream quality is looking good. How is it? Yeah. Music is also not
No
playing.
music.
Just wait 20 seconds. Just fast forward all the way to the end and see. Music is coming?
Your music is also not playing.
Oh damn, that means it's not. Oh, this is live. Why is my music not playing?
safe hiding, but I found it, homie, been cracked. But ain't nothing inside. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. But you know that we on. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap, homie. Life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? I hope you guys can hear me. Sorry for the delay. We'll start very soon. I have a whole bunch of issues with my streaming software, but hopefully the game should get going very, very soon. So stick around.
Yo, it's a war zone, homies. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain, remind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot, this a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. The impact, yeah, break it open, leaving nothing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe hiding, but I found it, homie, been cracked. But ain't nothing inside. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. But you know that we on. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact.
Alrighty, folks, it looks like we've got everybody on. We have 5 versus 5. We're looking at Team PWN versus Team Dope Plate coming at you guys real soon. Someone needs to get out of range, I guess. Alright. Cool, let's get going. Alright, folks, I'm gonna stop that real soon. So first up, we've got Ascent. So just let me remind you guys, we are doing the PWN versus Team Dope Plate Scrims today. It's a best of 3, so we're gonna go ahead and have 3 maps. First off, we've got Ascent, and Agent selection, couple of picks early on for Team Doplate is defending first, it looks like, and Team PWN are going to be starting out on the attacker side. Early raise, Jet and Omen picks on the side of Team Doplate. Team PWN looking at possibly a Cypher, Sova, Jet in the mix as well. This monitor, the music can tell me how it is, huh? Alright.
Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now.
Mic is crackling. Oh man. Is it fine now? Is it okay now?
Choose your agent.
Alright, looks like the agent selection is more or less complete. So we've got Sage, Raze, Omen, Jet and Reina. Not going with an out-and-out Sentinel on the side of Team Doplate, but Team PWN looking here with a Cypher, Jet, Sova, Phoenix, Omen looking like a strong lineup to me. And let's get going, folks.
Cracking voice.
Is it because it's too loud? I'll just reduce the gain. It's any better. Alright. So, couple of comments already. Not enough flashes on Team Doplate. Interesting. We'll see about that. So here's what we got, folks. We've got BIOS on Sage. We've got Vlogger running Raze. Huh. And we've got a couple of players looking like they left the party but looks like they're back. Okay. Alright, looks like we've got a game on our hands, guys. 8 seconds as the teams are beginning to set up. I can see we have on the attacking side, they are playing split with a couple of players outside B side, and 3 players here with Sova leading the front, getting his recon in. An aggressive peek and getting a take on to Jet. He gets spotted out as well, putting a smoke and retreating further ahead of the position. Probably a good idea as Raze looks like they have rotated to a side, and even as both the teams are making their way in, Raze has taken a lot of damage. BIOS with that heal coming in and pick up a trade. Cypher will go down as Sage speaking from a shot, and the plant is going down, folks. It is looking like a 2v4 situation with the defenders having outnumbered. The door is closed and somewhat of an aiming plant as Phoenix makes his way to Vines. 3 players will be playing on side, and take a look at the flank of Jet. She is already in tree, and if she makes her way to Haven here, she's an easy round for the team. Very aggressive piece from team defenders on this retake. They've got a couple of players aiming. Omen is behind Generator.
Last player standing.
Peek in is down to just Raze, who will get taken down as well. So a 3K coming in from Omen on Team TWN as attackers will pick up the first round of this game.
I need this, thank you.
This is I know what's happening. Check if it's okay now.
Cover going out.
Alright, in on to round 2. Attackers are entirely on B side. A couple of players on mid lane trying to get that peek in. In terms of buys, let's take a look at what we have. Heavy buys, investments coming in, and Sova with the shock dart kill onto Dark. It was Jet and a shot.
Revealing area.
Team defenders are now looking at a 4v5 situation. No investments, a heavy save round for Team Doplate here. And Omen aggressively moving out of CT, picking up
Last
those
player
2 kills,
standing.
and Team Doplate is down to just their last
Spike
player.
planted.
It is going to be a 1v5 situation. He hasn't been able to pick up a weapon either. So let's remember, folks, this was a full eco round for Team Doplate, so they will be up to full economy. Sapphire here just trying to do some damage to the utility of
Long
PWN, but it looks like they are going to pick this one up as well. So Team PWN off to a good start on Ascent on the attacker side, picking up 2 early rounds, pistol and the following round. So things looking good for them. Is my voice crackling fixed? Alright, we have a game on our hands. So let's take a look at the economy now. Looks like Team PWN is going in for the bonus round. Nothing too heavy. They're continuing on with the Spectres. It was a flawless victory. Team Doughplate on the other hand are coming in with full buys. Here Cypher setting up on a B side, preparing for this push as Jet dashes onto side towards switch. In comes the paranoia from Omen, and Cypher survives that. Omen does get trapped in the tripwire. More players coming in, and Cypher is entirely outnumbered on B side as Team PWN take easy control of the side. In come the defenders, however, they want to do a fast-paced retake. It looks like the Phoenix wall blocking CT. A couple of good picks. We're looking at a 4v2 here. This could be the first round for Team Doughplate, and that will be the final pick as Team Doughplate complete a fairly easy retake with the full buys, and they're here to play, folks. They want to win rounds, and we're now at 2-1. This is something we see often, Team Doughplate having put in that big investment, although they did lose Cypher early on, and it looks like he may not have a full buy, so they will be trying to improvise with probably something like a Judge, maybe a Spectre, and Team PWN on the other hand, who were playing out that bonus round, are now coming in with full buys. So for the first time in this match, we are seeing a full gun round on both sides of these teams, as there has been a reshuffle as well. Cypher looks like he is playing A this time for Doughplate. But Cypher will get picked up as Phoenix spamming through that smoke. Team PWN, after having picked up an early kill, looks like they are going to choose to go for the rotation. Take a look at the position of Sage. She could have potentially done a lot of damage, but getting picked off early. Meanwhile, A side control has been completely lost as Team Doughplate have come back.
One enemy remaining.
And trying to aggressively peek Omen to go for the kill, but Phoenix from Team PWN with that 4K will wrap things up, and a third round for Team PWN. They're having a good start to this match, folks. Ascent is widely regarded as a defender-sided map, but I think Team PWN has done a pretty good job. I think they'll manage their economies well. They played a smart bonus.
This is a nice one.
And they do seem to have a decent advantage to start with. Omen here really looking like he's popping off. He's picked up 6 kills already, just 1 death. And Team Doughplate probably also hoping for someone on the team to start picking off those early picks. It's going to really help them. Team PWN spread out. They have a couple of players outside of B, but it does look like a B push because the spike is dropped near mid-link. Sova here is going to drone in and trying to get some info. Will be able to tag Jet, but cannot capitalize beyond that. The shock darts coming in, and Team Doughplate here, in fact, I've just noticed, has gone in for an eco. They've gone in for half buys, so nothing major from them, just pistols and a stinger for Raze. He's running Vlogger, and he picks up a first kill, so this is definitely welcome frags for Team Doughplate as they go down again to a 2v4 situation, and they're gonna have to retake this A site with just Jet and Omen. They're not packing much heat. Just remember that they're still playing only with pistols, and once again it looks like Team PWN has picked off another easy round. It was an eco from Team Doughplate, so we're gonna have to see what they come back with in round number 6. 5 rounds in, it looks like Team PWN is I think it's fair to say that Team PWN is asserting some level of dominance. And was that an AWP I just saw in Sova's hands? Yes, it does look like Cypher has picked up an operator
here.
for round number 6, and he's gonna go for that infamous peek at a shot. It's gonna be Vlogger who's gonna come up against him. And luckily for him, a smoke does come down just in time. Elsewhere, Cypher here on the defensive side of things is trying to hold the team off from coming in, and he does spot out the drone from Sova just outside of B main as his camera gets taken out, and now they definitely know that there is an operator to play for, so they're going to have to be careful with those picks as Jet gets picked off from mid-pick. And it is Sova here with those one taps picking off 2 early picks for Team PWN. And once again, Team Doplate is now looking at a 3v4. They still haven't consolidated at a site as Omen and Sage will prepare for this push coming in both from A main and A short. Phoenix is going to peek. He's gone straight to Wines. Good pick here from Omen. Going in for the second, but he will get traded out by Cypher's operator shot, and here comes Sova.
One enemy remaining.
Cypher will be able to pick up this kill. We're looking at a 1v2. Sage does have a revive
30
on
seconds
her hands.
left.
And Team Doplate looks like they have pulled this one back
Here.
into their
Your
favor. She
duty
will go
is
for the
not
safe
over.
revive as well. Cypher coming in
Last
with that
player
peek.
standing.
He will pick up a second one as well. So we are looking at a 1v1 both. The Cyphers up against each other with 10 seconds to go on the clock.
Cage
He puts down the spike, and he does have his ultimate as well, but I don't know if he'll get a chance to use it as Maggie here just speaking in from generator. I think he knows his general position. Just couldn't get that shot in time as J Jacob from Team PWN will pick up that round, and the score is now 5-1. At some point in that round, it did look like Doplate had a firm control, but unfortunately, Cypher was able to clutch it for Team PWN. Alright, what's happening in the chat, folks? Hello, sir. Ame Kamble. What's up, dude? Long time. John K. Pijo. GG. Yep, voice good right now. Awesome. Good to know. PWN Easy Win says Bonds. Increase your voice. Okay. How do you do that? Increase my voice.
Barrier created.
Alright, guys. We're into round number 7. Sage walling mid. And Jet here outside of B main. Just trying to
No
get
touch
a couple of kills on her ult. As Sova tries to take her down. But she's going to survive that. She still has a few knives. Spamming through that smoke and cannot get a kill. Doplate once again here. Looks like one of their players has gone in for a light buy with a Spectre is BIOS, as there is a lot of action here in mid. Jet coming out into the open will get picked off by BIOS, who's trying to go into the reload. Cypher trying to pick at the right time, but Raze will take the trade. Picking off both those picks, and take a look at this flank.
One
That
enemy
is some
remaining.
impressive trigger discipline
Spike
showed
down
by
mid.
Maggie. He saw both the players on top mid, but didn't shoot the first person because he wanted to go for both those kills. And as a result, Doplate have picked up that round. It is now 5-2 as Doplate will pick up their second round on this map on Ascent. And maybe now we'll see a shift in momentum. Let's take a look at the economies. It looks like Team PWN is looking good for yet another full buy. They're probably contemplating right now if they need to pick up an op again, but not going for it. Looks like they're going to be Vandals and Phantoms all the way around. On the side of Team Doplate, Vlogger is going in for the half buy with the Sheriff and light armor, and the rest of the team is going to be able to pick up full buys. An early pick from Wicked V from Doplate. With that snappy crosshair placement, will pick off someone in mid-link. It was Phoenix who was speaking, and he also did have the kill, so Team PWN is going to lose out on that. Jet here coming out into mid. Omen trying to sneak into A-shot, and they will get the A-shot pick, so the early pick has been traded off as BIOS will pick up yet another pick in mid. BIOS Chaos is doing a good job. Omen here trying to teleport but cancels at the very last minute. The
Where
spike
is
is still dropped.
everyone
A
hiding?
Cypher ultimate coming in here on the side of Team PWN, and they know exactly the positions. It looks like they're going to decide to push a side. Omen with the paranoia. Vlogger deciding to just give them sight and perhaps will play for a retake. Not a bad choice. But he's still lurking around tree, hoping for a pick and make things easier. We're looking at a 4v3 retake. It looks like Cypher is playing Vines, and we have a couple of players on site. We got Omen under Heaven and Sova playing Generator. Pick coming in from Bios from Heaven. He gets picked off, and he picks off Omen under Heaven as well. Cypher here with the two crucial picks, making it a 1v2.
No more charges left.
Can he hold off this defuse? He is very low on HP and will get picked off by Cypher as Team Plate will wrap up a third round. So we are seeing a comeback of sorts from Team Plate after that slow start. Team PWN now find themselves at 5-3. Economy is looking strong all around. I would say this game is at a very balanced point at this point, and whatever momentum either side can bring from here on is going to give them definitely a huge advantage from an economy standpoint. Cypher setting up on B site, and looks like Team PWN is going to be going in for a B rush. They are positioning themselves for a B rush. They do have Sova on mid lane, but take a look at this. Phoenix ultimate to start with. He's going to try and get the pick of Cypher. It's going to be crucial because if he does, Phoenix here with that pick on Cypher despite getting caught in his trap, and now the B side is completely open for Team PWN, and Team Plate may not have much of a choice. But apart from doing the retake, Vlogger bringing out his ult, picking up a couple of kills, and he will get traded finally by Jet in first lane. We got 3 players on site for Team PWN right now. A couple of trades in and a revive coming in from Sage, but that will get instantly nullified as Omen gets picked off.
One enemy remaining.
Jet coming out into a very aggressive position, and now we're looking at a 2v1, and Plate is going to pick up that kill as well in Boathouse, and yet another successful retake for Team Plate. These guys are getting behind this. The score is now at 5-4. Amay Kamble, no long time bro, we play every day. I know we do, man, but I've not seen you on chat for so long. Oh wow, it is actually the Bonds. PWN, the fans of PWN in the chat. Jim the Tuna
Can I get a drop?
God.
Thanks.
Alright, so when this game started, Team PWN were looking like they were running away with it. But I think Team Plate just getting their bearings together, and PWN now going for a more balanced approach, but Jet is going to pick off Omen with that revive, and I think this was at top mid, so Jet peeking out of market. Enemy early pick, still a couple of players in mid for Team PWN trying to assert that mid control, giving them the flexibility to really change course. Omen here picking up a kill on a shot, coming out very aggressively, but will get raced out by Cypher, who gets picked off by Vlogger as well from a shot. So it looks like we're down to a 4v2, both Sova and Phoenix at A main, probably contemplating if they want to go back. Maybe just hold for a little bit longer and try to pick off some players, making their life easier, making their push easier. Jet here missing that op shot, coming in for a second one and missing again, and Sova is going to go after her with his ult as Raze will double satchel into him, and this is going to be a 1v1 fight to end this round, and it's going to be Vlogger who picks up that last kill. That was an interesting last few seconds of that round. Sova pulling out his ult, but unfortunately couldn't get the pick on Jet. I think he just wanted to go after the Opper, but Raze double satcheling into his face will pick up that kill, and we are now even Stevens, all equal at 5-5. Let's review the economies, folks. It looks like Team PWN, these losses have finally caught up with their economy. They are on a half buy right now, and it looks like they are rushing in towards A side. Take a look at this. Omen going to pull out that paranoia towards tree. As Phoenix makes his way straight in. Take a look at these smoke walls. They're just going for the plant and they want to play post plant. It's very clear from this approach. They do have a couple of players under heaven as Team Doplate prepare for this retake. Omen here trying to TP. Finds he cancels at the very last minute. We got 3 players pushing in from A heaven. A couple of players under heaven as the tree door finally breaks open. And we got Bios here looking like he has managed to get a pick. Omen here getting a pick on the Omen trading each other as more trades coming in. We're looking at a 2v2. Both players of Team PWN under
One
heaven right
enemy
now.
remaining.
As Dark will pick up one of those players and goes for the defuse.
Last player
It
standing.
looks like Cypher might just take this. Can he pull this off? It looks like he just about will. And they go for a knife fight to end things off.
Last round before the switch.
That was awesome. That was awesome to see. Team Doplate very, very sneaky, pulling off a ninja while the last player of PWN was still alive. He came out, he peeked him, but unfortunately he missed that sheriff. I think he had one shot there. And Team Doplate pulling off a ninja there, Maggie. It was the Cypher with that sneaky clutch.
I will find you.
Team Doplate after starting slowly, you have to say, have pulled things back. Now looking at 6-5 and might even have a respectable first half score as Team PWN right now outside B.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Both the Jets facing off against each other. Dark with the AWP as Mr. Miller shot, but will follow through and pick up that kill. Bios elsewhere taking another pick at B main, it looks like, and we are now down to a 5v3 once again. PWN finding themselves outnumbered early on in the round. Perhaps a change in approach for PWN. They are looking like a rotate is on the way. Sova here all the way from spawn coming in, and as you can see, Team Doplate rotating as well as
Spike
Sage
down
will pick up a
B.
crucial kill outside B main, and this will secure the spike for Team Doplate, and that should be the round for Team Doplate. An eventful end hopefully to the first half. Phoenix is going to try and get a peek to see if someone's guarding this spike. Cypher adventurously coming with mid-link from Market, trying to go for that pick. And Raze is going to be
Last
caught
player
out.
standing.
And somehow Raze is not blinded by that Phoenix flash. And this round is slowly slipping away from Team PWN as Doplate will wrap it up with Omen picking up that last kill. And looks like we're at halftime, folks, with
Switching sides.
7-5. Maggie OP. How epic was that sneaky ninja defuse from Cypher? I think that was the play of the game for me so far, for sure. As 5 seconds to go. Okay, take a look. Let's take a look at the buys here. Almost everyone on the side of Team PWN has gone in for a personal investment, and so has Doplate, who look like they are going to be rushing into B side. Jet dashing in and trying to slow them with their molly is Phoenix, as Cypher will pick off the first pick. Yoga will get a reverse pick as Dark picks up a second kill, a third kill as well for Omen.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Will get traded out, but only to be immediately picked up. And Team Doplate have picked this one off. It was a fast, a quick affair, very, very quickly sorted. A straight up B rush from Team Doplate just did the job for them. It'll be interesting to see if they will go in for the big buys or how they want to place themselves. They are looking at 8-5. They got a 3-round buffer. Team PWN on the other hand looks like they may choose to go for the save. Phoenix does have a Spectre in his hand. No, it looks like they're going to go for the save. Might be a good option for them. Let's take a look at how they're setting up on defense. It looks like we are playing default. Phoenix is playing mid link with Omen and Jet holding at Ace site. and a couple of players on B.
Scanning ahead.
Cage triggered.
So a huge scuffle at A short as a couple of players trading each other. But I think Team PWN have lost a couple of players. Team Doplate now having that man advantage and taking firm control
Spike
of A
planted.
side. Coming into heaven. This Omen will pick up that kill with his frenzy. So Omen not going for the buy, so they do have a significant
Out of
economy
charge.
advantage.
Last player
As
standing.
Sova here is the last man alive. I don't think he's aware of Cypher's position, who came on the late flank from mid-market with that Marshall, making it count. As Doplate now take a bigger lead in this match. They are at 9-5. We couldn't really catch all the action at A shot. There was a huge scuffle there. But Team Doplate pulling off yet another round. I wonder if they want to go in for a bonus or just want to secure this win in this first map of today's best of 3. And in terms of economies, it does look like Maggie is going to go in for the bonus. He's going to pull off that Marshall for yet another round. Full buys coming in for Team PWN, except Cypher, who is having to go with half armor. He's set up at B side. He has Sova in support at market. Omen looks like he is playing mid, and Phoenix and Jet are positioned at A side. Team Doplate looking like a B push to me. They got a player at mid link. It's Maggie who has stepped out of that position, and I think Omen has spotted him out. He's probably communicating with his player at A short and letting him know that Cypher has peeked out of mid link. But income reinforcements for Team Doplate as well, as Jet dashing out onto mid. There is a player at top mid as well for Team PWN, and this could be dangerous for Doplate. And there you go, it is Jet who has
down
picked
mid.
off one and didn't go for more kills, just falling back. Trying to establish a man advantage. It does look like they are 4v3 right now, and Omen is looking red in terms of his HP. Team Doplate find themselves in a spot of bother. Omen trying that
have
aggressive
retrieved the
TP
spike.
onto A shot. They got the spike as well. Omen will get picked off from a very alert Jet who was watching A shot. She was top mid just a second ago. And that fast rotation has definitely paid off.
30 seconds left.
Cypher coming in, getting a pick onto Phoenix in mid.
Last player standing.
Picking
Spikes
again,
Spike
trying to go
down
for
mid.
Sova, but Sova will trade him elsewhere. Vlogger has picked up a kill, and he has gone for Jet at A shot. So we're looking at a 1v2. The spike is dropped at mid, unfortunately, and Cypher is watching it from Pizza. Raze does have a bomb buddy to
10
go
seconds
after.
left.
Unfortunately, cannot pull it off. He only had 10 seconds to go. The only possible option for him was to save, perhaps. But Team PWN will pick up their first round in the second half. The scores now looking at 9-6. Now, what does that do to the economy? Certainly on the
goes
side
there.
of Team PWN, that helps. If they had lost this round, they would have probably had
This
to go
goes
into a
here.
complete eco. On the other hand, Team Doplate
Yes, this should do.
looking
goes there.
okay to afford full buys, all except Jet, who has obviously gone in for the ult. Missing the first shot with that place, Thomas. Team PWN looking like they want to come in.
Headshot.
Jet will get a pick onto Vlogger as Doplate here trying
You
to push
will
A
not
side.
kill my
And almost
ally.
an instant revive coming in from Team Doplate, so that advantage has been nullified. And in fact, Phoenix has been picked off elsewhere on B side, it looks like, as Team Doplate completely concentrated on the A side of this map. Team PWN preparing for this push in, coming in. Sova at heaven did the drone and get some info for his team, and the smoke will come out, helping Team Doplate. Omen here getting a pick off, it looks like, from
One enemy remaining. Spike down A.
A short, but a lot of picks coming in, and Team Doplate here. There was almost an opportunity for Sova to pick up 2 kills there, but Team Doplate is going to clean things up and pick up a 10th round. I'd have to say Team Doplate is taking the momentum with them in this game. I know they had a slow start. I think they were down 4-0 at some point. And then pulled things back in the first half, made it 7-5, and really carried that momentum into the second half. And they're looking at 10-6. And I'm sure, from an eco perspective, as you can see, Team PWN not going in for the buys, going in for the saves. Sova's the only player who has gone for the
Get out of my way!
as BIOS will pick up an early kill, and this should be an easy round for Team Doplay to wrap up, as they don't have full buys. As Team Doplay take complete B-side control, and take a look at this boost position from Cypher. He's watching Market and CT. Does get spotted out by Phoenix, but he didn't have a good gun. He was trying to shoot him with his classic, but Omen will pick up that trade with his Spectre. They got Jet watching first lane, but Omen will pick up another pick from CT. As Omen here trying to get some damage onto their opponents. Omen and Sova, will they choose to go for a save? Sova for sure. Looks like he's going to go for a
One
save.
enemy remaining.
And Omen getting another pick onto a player of Doplate with the Spectre and will get taken down. But Sova with the 10 HP. Good choice in my opinion. He's going to save that Vandal. It was a bit of a gamble to buy it in this round. But things didn't work out, and I think it was worth taking that risk. But he's going to settle in at Wines and go in for that save. But Team Doplate, they don't want to.
Scanning ahead.
They do want to hunt him down, and that recon perhaps revealing their position, but there's not enough time. So yes, Team PWN will recover briefly from that economy lull, and they are back to having full buys. From them, and Team Doplate, of course, sitting pretty with a lot of money on their hands. They can afford to lose a couple of rounds and still pull it back, and still be able to afford full buys for the next couple of rounds.
Cover going out.
Once again, Team Doplate
Cover
is
going
going
out.
to attack this B side. Jet is in an aggressive angle in the main. Tries to go for the pick, and that dash just not helping her out. Phoenix coming in aggressively with the
I
flash.
know
Will take a
exactly
trade.
where you
He has an ult. But he was on ult actually all the way from CT. Will get an important pick to make that trade, as Cypher will pick off the other Cypher yet again. How many times have we seen both the Cyphers facing off in this game? Another Cypher ult coming out, and Team PWN know exactly where Doplate players are. All of them on B side, taking control and preparing for this post plant. We do have a showstopper from Raze, as Sage is going to wall off the stairs, so they only have to worry about the first lane for now. Nothing much they can do from a utility standpoint. They really don't have anything to go with. Sova wait for his recon, and Cypher will pick up a pick
Last player
on
standing.
Boathouse, but will get cleared out.
One enemy remaining.
Sova picking up the headshot on Sage, but Vlogger coming in to trade him and securing yet another
Match
round
point.
for Team Doplate. We're at match point, and Team Doplate is looking strong to wrap this up. And from an economy standpoint, once again, Team Doplate find themselves with less money. I think Team Doplate will back themselves to pick up this round. An operator coming in as well with Cypher. It would be good to understand where he's going to be pushing in. Looks once again like he's going to be inside here. Cypher with this operator picking a shot. Phoenix is his target. Omen is at pizza as well. He is keeping himself very, very open to the player at a shot, but will survive that. And he's falling back, trying to help his teammates with this B push.
Here.
Team PWN, only one player on site at B. It is Sova who is retreating towards CT, and of course Cypher looks like he's playing logs, so this could be costly for Team Doplate. And there you go, the first pick coming
Spike
in
down,
from
B.
Jacob. As Omen cancels his TP to Boathouse at the very last moment. Team PWN doing well here, despite having a low buy round, have picked up 3 early picks. And they now looking at a 4v2 situation. Jet and Cypher just falling back from B main. Cypher, of course, will be keen to not give this op to his opponents. And Team PWN will be very grateful, I'll tell you that, to get this op. It will definitely help their economies significantly. But for now, it does look like Team
30
Dope
seconds
is going to
left.
fall back just a little bit and perhaps try to pick up as many picks as they can. But I think the priority is going to be saving this operator.
Ten seconds left.
Good round from Team PWN. I think it was like a half buy round for most of them, but they've somehow made it work and they've held the side of B. Now, given the pattern that we're seeing from Team Doplate, it may even be worth PWN just stacking aside, or maybe just going for the retakes. Let's take a look at the ults. It looks like Raze is still has the option of using his ult, and so does Jet on the side of the attackers, but nothing much for Team PWN. 3 seconds to go. It looks like they are going to be setting up once again heavy on B side. It's going to be Cypher and Sova on site with Omen watching mid. Probably going to help them with the flank. And once again, Team Doplate is looking. This time they are playing split. It looks like Omen is going to be watching A main, trying to search for a pick as Vlogger will come out. Raze is going to walk out into mid. It's a bold decision. Omen could be in trouble if that nade goes in. And the paranoia coming in from Omen with that Sova recon, revealing 3 players of Team Doplate. A lot of useful information for Team PWN, as they should probably think about reallocating resources towards A side, as Team Doplate making their way towards a shot through mid. Vlogger is just watching that dangerous angle at top mid, hoping to find someone to flank. And at a shot, it looks like Jet gets taken down by an airy spam coming in from PWN, as they continue to make the move into A side from A shot. PWN have a couple of players. There's Jet who is on Heaven, gonna spam through that.
30 seconds left.
Another pick for Team PWN, as Doplate now down to 3 players. Looks like they want to commit to the A side, but they're just not getting the picks they want, and that makes their position ever so weak. Sage is going to get picked off as well, and so will Raze. It is now down to just the last player. It looks like Team PWN is going to pick up that op finally, and it's going to be a score of 12-8, and that was a flawless victory. So a huge advantage from an economy standpoint, and we might just see Team Doplate being forced to go in for the eco on the attack. So wow, are we seeing a comeback or what? This definitely is a good performance from Team PWN on the second half. Let's go, Denil Titus. What's going on? John, your DP looks funny, bro, says Elan. Pro will come next.
Get out of my way!
Easy comeback, Bonds. Let's go. Looks like this is happening. And once again, Team Doplate defaulting to their comfortable B side push, which has been the way for them to go. Jet on her ult, updrafting
No
over the
charges
smokes,
left.
looking for that entry.
Blocking sight.
And Cypher is in second lane. She will get spotted out in his trap wire. Cypher coming in for the pick. And will get taken down by Phoenix, who was hiding just below.
Spike down B.
And
One
Team
enemy
PWN
remaining.
is on fire here. Phoenix pulling out his ult as well. The Omen is going to clean things up. Back-to-back flawless rounds from Team PWN, as Doplate need to figure out their strategy here. It was a half buy, guys. It was an eco, remember, so I think they did just decide to go in for that blind rush at B side. But of course, sneaky position from Phoenix on the side of PWN, hiding just below the second lane, the first lane. My apologies. Fastest round ever, John. I know, right? And Team Doplate will be a little bit disappointed, but of course it was an eco round, so I don't think they were expecting much. Jet here with that op is going to put it to use at mid link. And it is a Jet versus Sage. It looks like both of them were opping, but Jet will pick off the first pick, and Team PWN is going to get an early pick here, as Phoenix immediately going for the flank on the side of A. And take a look at this. He's made his way to the top mid, and this could be dangerous as Jet picks off another player, and this time it is Jet who goes down, as Doplate force their way into A shot, and Omen will take the trade on the Oppa. The Oppa does go down. They have somewhat control of A side, but what they don't have is people. They're down to 2 players. It's a 2v4. Remember, we saw Phoenix flank out towards the corner, so he's going to be coming back from A main. Sova at A heaven is going to try and get some information on where the players are located. Omen gets spotted out.
Last player standing.
He's coming out with a showstopper, but just shut down and couldn't pick up a kill. And Team PWN picks up another round. This was a really efficient retake, I have to say, from Soba and Phoenix together. And despite the showstopper being pulled out by Raze, they couldn't stop the retake. And Team PWN closing the gap here. We're looking at 12-10. Are we looking at overtime in our first map? This is going to be interesting, folks. So what does that do to the economy? I think Team Doplate is fine. I think they're going to manage another full buy. Maybe a player or two is going to have to go with the Spectre. But nonetheless, I think they're still fine in terms of economy. So we are going to see another well thought out, a well executed plan from them. It looks like they are assembling outside A side. Take a look at this, folks. Sova coming out with his shock dart. He's going to drop his bomb, but the second shock dart doing some damage to the players, surely. Very aggressively moving on to A side. Raze will pick up a pick as Jet coming out with the Blade Storm. And take a look at this decision from PWN, slowly picking off players from A.
Spike down A.
From the tree. Perhaps a smoke was needed there as they went to the plant. They have managed to stop the plant as well, and Doplay down to just their last 2 players with a spike drop.
Last player standing.
And picking off 2 players here
player
once again.
standing.
So yes, we are looking at a 1v1 as Team PWN will pick up the
always
final
play
kill,
high
and Jet
stakes.
conveniently dashing onto
Cage
his
triggered.
crosshair. But what a round once again from Team PWN. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, folks. It is Cypher on the side of PWN leading the charge along with Omen with 20 kills apiece, and on the side of Team Doplate it is Barnes and
This is a nice
Vlogger
spot.
with those 18 kills apiece. But speaking of economy, Team Doplate are struggling
This
here,
goes
and
here.
this is the last round before overtime. And it
That
looks
goes
like
there.
Team PWN
This is a
definitely
nice
in a
spot.
strong position to force them into overtime. Team Doplate is going to be forced to go with half buys, as you guys can see on your screens. It is only Cypher who's going to go in with a full
No more
armor
charges
and
left.
a gun, and it looks like that's possibly the reason why he is the first to enter B main for Team Doplate. The camera getting taken down almost immediately by an op shot from Jet, who is retreating into a more defensive position. Omen here is holding market, but Doplate not committing to the B-side rush. Mr. Cypher is just going to wait. And looks like we're going to go for a sneaky play here. A couple of players, Omen and Cypher, getting boosted on the wall. Omen will take this dangerous TP as well. Pick up the gun.
Spike down B. Last
Nearly
player
getting that
standing.
kill onto Jet, but Jet was quick enough. And it is down to just Dark, who is in B main and will get picked off by Phoenix. So what a comeback we have witnessed here. This has been a topsy-turvy game
Switching
of sorts.
sides.
Team
Overtime.
PWN with the momentum in the first half, and Team Doplate really turning it around in the second half. But in the end, PWN catching up with them to make it 12-12. And are we in for an interesting overtime or what? So we're going to see PWN on the side of attackers once again as Team
Need a
Doplate
drop.
prepare for this defense. Once again, Cypher setting up on the side of B. And it looks like he does have Sage
Yes,
and Omen
this
in
should do.
support. Playing out from mid.
That goes there.
It's gonna
This
be
goes
Raze
here.
watching A main and Jet watching A shot.
Yes, this should do. Ah, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
Pauli Vijay Uyir.
No more charges left.
So there's presence everywhere. There's a couple of players at A main, and that fight's ensuing between Raze and Phoenix, and Phoenix coming out on top. Team PWN picking up the first kill on the A side, but choosing to immediately rotate back into mid, perhaps just trying to weaken the B side. As you can see, Cypher, because of that pick, has started to move out of B. But Team PWN haven't committed to A side yet, so if they do decide to rush B side right now,
Spike down mid.
it would be empty. But Team Doplate here, Omen picking up 3 kills. on the side of mid. He's going to have to go in for the reload. He's a little bit low on HP. He has Phoenix just outside him. That shot doing some damage. He's down to 440 HP. Damage. Trying to TP to top, but almost
One enemy
shut
remaining.
down, and it's down to just
Spike
Phoenix,
down mid.
who is in front of Omen. I don't know if the other players are aware. Cypher is watching from top mid as well, and Jet is just going to be camping out at a shot. Omen has figured out the position of Phoenix, has gone in for the paranoia, and will go in for the kill and secure his 4K as Team don't take away the first round of overtime, taking the score
Switching
to 13-12. And it's
Match
now time
point.
for them to show their attacking prowess in the deciding round in our first map today. And that was an impressive performance from Wicked V. We have to talk about for a second. In mid, he peaked 3 times and managing to win every gunfight that he was in that round. So well played to him. He did try to TP top mid, but that didn't work. And having come back, Cypher Scam getting an immediate idea of where the players are. It does look like a B-heavy push once again from Team Doplate. My apologies, as Team PWN brace for impact. They have Cypher on site, and Phoenix has rotated from CT going towards A. Jet is watching. Is she opping? I didn't get a chance to see. It does look like Jet has gone for the naked op. She doesn't have any other abilities or armor, and she's going to be watching A main. This is going to be so crucial if she can get a pick here, and if she does, Team Doplate is going to have to figure out how they're going to reallocate given the op positioning. And Dark here is going to start walking into A main. They are now aware as Jet picks off the first player. A second pick as well from Team PWN, as we're now looking at a 2v4. And Team Doplate down to just their last 2 players. Raze is looking like she is stranded in mid. Omen is going to perhaps come out of his smoke.
Last player standing.
As Sova picks off Jet in on A side, it is down to just Raze to clutch the situation for his team. We're looking at a 1v4, folks. He does have full HP. He's got a couple of satchels to work
30
with,
seconds left.
and he has a spike in hand as well. So what can we see? What can we expect from Raze? This is not going to end well for him, because Jet is peeking this exact angle with the op, and just as I said, he is going to get taken down. And it looked like a comfortable win for Team PWN, just having lost their
Switching
one player.
sides.
They're gonna
Overtime.
go back into overtime at 13-13. Is my voice too low? Alright. Yo, Grizzly, this is Cookie. What's up, Cookie? No one cares who's Cookie. What a comeback. I know, right? Guys, what a comeback. This was something else. And oh! What did we just see in here? Doplate with that op. Jet dashing in, but going for the pick on Cypher instead of picking off Jet, as Jet is still hopping from tree, so they have to be careful. It was a bit chaotic, this entry, going in for that forced plant immediately as Omen gets blinded by the paranoia. Vlogger picking up a kill on Jet, who was adventurously on Heaven, and Omen with that TP did not work out for him either. Cypher getting off those pick. Couple of players coming in from 3 as those
Last
trades
player
come in.
standing.
Team
Here.
Doplate look like they've picked off a lot of players, and now it's just the last player. It is Cypher. We have seen this man clutch before in this game.
Last player standing.
Will get off a pick, but Sage will stick that defuse, and she will go ahead and pick up the kill on Cypher as well. So Team Doplate once
Switching
again with
sides.
that attacks,
Match point.
aggressively picking off the round. It was on defense, my apologies, aggressively taking that retake and going in for that. Those trades were almost instant. I couldn't even catch it, but it was a bit chaotic at A side. And Team PWN did the best they could. They rushed in with that push and tried to go for that early plant and play from A main, but just getting caught out and losing too many players. On the side of defense, PWN has opted to go for the operator once again, the naked op in overtime, and watching the exact same angle is Jet, but there is no one outside A team. Doplate completely concentrated outside of B main and in mid link. Cypher very boldly coming out into mid, exposing himself from short, and that recon is dangerous for him, so he's just gonna wait this one out. In B main, Jet pushing in through Cypher's traps, who will get taken down. Of course, Cypher was waiting for him in the first lane as Omen just holds his angle at market. We got 3 players waiting outside B main. The drone is going to give him that information. So Team PWN here as Cypher coming in from market, sneakily picking up a kill on Omen, who was holding market. Goes in for the second pick as well, and Team Doplate here are putting on a reasonable performance. Can Cypher hold this angle? He cannot. He will get picked off, and we are looking at a 2v2 as more trades come in.
Last player standing.
And Sage
Spike
with
planted.
that peak once again. Another flank coming in. Jet missing the op shot.
One enemy remaining.
Raze going for the showstopper, but Jet, what a peak that was, and this peak is going to be crucial as Jet goes on to side. Sage is outside. Remember folks, he needs to go in because Jet is going to stick that defuse. If he does not, it's not planted for him. He puts in the wall, and that is unfortunate for Team Doplate as Jet goes in for the revive. It looks
Switching
like Jet
sides.
walled
Overtime.
himself out. Sage, sorry, walled himself out of that position, and up until that point, wow, what did we just see, guys? I definitely want to talk about the double flank from Team Doplate. It was Cypher who came first from mid and picked off that crucial pick of Omen, who's watching market, and then he went ahead and got the second pick on City as well. And once PWN regained control of market, there was yet another flank, and this time it was Sage, and that was such a crucial flank. And here is Phoenix, who's boosting himself on top of A-main. I don't think Cypher has noticed him, and I don't think Phoenix has noticed Cypher either. Take a look at this, folks. How often do you see this?
One down.
And Cypher will pick up that pick as more fights ensue in mid. It looks like Omen picks up a pick on Sova, but Jet is going to trade him. This is happening at bottom mid and top mid, it looks like, as the equation is now looking at like a 4v3 as another pick coming in from Team PWN. It is now a 3v3 and yet another pick from Jet in that mid link versus A short fight, as we always see. And looks like Team PWN are deciding to go back into A, and this is a good choice for them because A side is pretty much open as Sage has continued to hold mid and Raze is pushing out of B main. They have the whole of A side in control, and this should be a fairly easy plant, and they're going to prepare for post plant as well. A 3v3 situation shouldn't be too difficult. Cypher is low HP, but everybody else is looking at 150 HP, and Omen smoking off A heaven, going into A main, and he's gonna meet Raze very, very shortly. And Raze here with that flank, and take a look at Omen's position. Raze has made a given a sound, and he's aware of the position.
One enemy remaining.
And that was an instant flick onto Raze's head from Omen. We are now looking at a 3v1 as Sage drops down from heaven. Excellent teamwork from Team PWN to pick up this round, the first round of overtime.
Switching sides.
And it has to be said,
Match
after
point.
Doplate secured the first frag in that round, they possibly should have gone on to win. But Team PWN rotating well, it has to be said, making the right decision to go to A side, which was left completely unguarded.
Oh, this is a nice spot. This goes here.
It's 14-15, folks. This game is going to go on forever, it seems. As we once again prepare for the second round of overtime. This time PWN is going to be defending. Team Doplate once again, this is their signature move, going in towards B main every single round, searching for that Cypher cam is Omen, as Jet is going to go ahead and try to go for the peak. Will get caught off by the Cypher cam.
Here.
Cypher has managed to pick up a pick at mid link. I think it was Jet at A short perhaps who he managed to peek, and now it looks like it is Sova who is peeking him from A short. He's just held back, and Omen here at market. He needs to be careful here with this peek because Sova is waiting for him just around the corner, and Cypher does not check the angle, will get taken down by Sova, and Sova will go ahead and pick up a second kill as well. and cannot be traded out. So Team Doplate losing out a couple of players here. Unfortunate for them on A shot, not clearing the close left angle. And they do have control of the spike, but they are heavily outnumbered. It's a 2v4 situation.
30
now
seconds left.
contemplating going back towards B side from mid. In terms of PWN's positions, I think they're playing a technically very sound game. Sova here just watching this angle from spawn side, trying to spot off anybody entering market, and it's going to be Sage. It's going to be his first target, and Sage
10
turns
seconds
around
left.
with that perfect headshot. Will get a pick off. If they
Last
can make it
player
past this,
standing.
I don't think they have the time to put down the spike, unfortunately. And that is going to be round and a map
Defenders
secured
win.
for Team PWN. What a game it was. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Team PWN, it has to be said, that the momentum shift in this game was so topsy-turvy, but finally Team PWN coming out on top. And take a look at the scoreboard. Match MVP is going to be Cypher from Team PWN. J Jacob 584 with those 25 frags. Omen coming in second with 27 frags, and Phoenix as well with 22 frags. Team Doplate, it has to be said, at some point in the game looked like they were going to run away with this game, but Team PWN said not so easy and coming back to win that match. Wow, what a game that was. Alright guys, we're going to go in for a quick 10-minute break, and we will be back with map 2. If you guys are not aware which one is map 2, I think we're looking at Haven. So it's 4:40 right now. We're going to take a 10-minute break. Stay tuned on the stream, and we'll be back with map number 2 at Haven.
Yeah, feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing f***ing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a f***ing jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loop, this a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. This a war zone. feel the motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot, this a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. Feel the impact, yeah, break it open, leaving nothing f***ing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked, you're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back, your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked, I kill 'em all, feel the motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on. The commander and the chief for my crew on. Bullets rattling and whistle at your toque. Never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. It's a war zone. Yeah, feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing f***ing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a f***ing jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, I'm not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on. Bullets rattling and whistle at your toque. Never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loot. It's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. Feel the impact. Yeah, break it open, leaving nothing f***ing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked. You're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back. Your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked. I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing. Thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down. Oh, cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop.
Alright, guys, we are back for map number 2 and we are going into Haven. We're just waiting for a couple of players to join in. We'll be starting shortly, so don't go anywhere. I hope you guys are having fun. Stick around, talk to me in the chat, and we're gonna have a fun game on our hands starting very soon.
No denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loop, it's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone. It's a war zone. Feel the impact, yeah, break it open, leaving nothing f***ing intact. Hey yo, you been hacked, you're safe, hard in, but I found it, homie, been cracked. Hey yo, we been back, your band stacking, see you flexing with the thin stack. Hey bitch, you been whacked, I kill 'em all, feel a motherfucking impact. Yo, this a war zone, homie, say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap, homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the mud with a vision, saw it clearly. Born a shepherd to these sheep, make them fear me. This a war zone, trashed out, trap house, nothing ever given. Yeah, every day's a blessing, thank the Lord, oh how I'm living. See me riding with my top down, oh cops round, pedal pressing on the gas. I don't think I'll ever stop. I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a f***ing jungle out there. Keep your head on tight, unknown brain, and mind me, baby, let's do it. Y'all see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, see me flying, never drop down, smoking high, I am not round, no denying what I got now, keep an eye out, keep it locked down, get too strong when I battle with the beast, bring a few on, the commander and the chief for my crew on, bullets rattling and whistle at your toque, never sleep, eyes open, hands clutching on my loop, it's a war zone. It's a war zone. Yo, this a motherfucking war zone.
Choose your agent.
It's a war zone.
Alright, folks, looks like we're all set to go, and the agent selection is just completed. We are at Haven for this next game, and let's take a look at the defenders type to start with, and there you go. Good selections here: Omen, Jet, Viper, Sova, and Raze. It's going to be interesting to see a Viper on Haven. And on the side of attackers, we're seeing Cypher, J Jacob once again top fragging that first game. PR1D AKGFA. I don't know what his name is. Bro, what do I call you? He's on Jet this time. He was at on Omen last time around. And they've got Iron Maiden coming in on Omen. They got Sova and Sage. So not very duelist heavy on the side of the attackers. They only have Jet. And I think it's fair to say that they only have one blind in that full lineup. Nothing too different for team Doplate either. It looks like they're going with this time Maggie is going to be on the Jet. We saw him playing Cypher last match. A rotation in lineups for them. Amay coming in for BIOS, it looks like, as Patch comes in for Dark. So that's about it, and here we go. Early start here. It looks like
Enemy down.
Team PWN is going in heavily onto Seaside. Jet dashing in, getting an early pick as well. I think it was Sage with that pick onto Sova, who was peeking from Garage, and they have taken a firm control of Seaside. A pick coming in here for Vlogger onto Jet. Sova shot that kill on Omen, as Vlogger will trade him out as well. A strong retake coming in from Team Doplate. It is down to just one player who is sitting in the cubby on C Long. It is going to be Cypher. Has picked off through that wall of Viper the diffuser and will go for the kill on Raze as well. So Cypher continuing in this good vein of form that we saw in the last game, will clutch that round for Team PWN. In the first round, the pistol round of Haven, they will take home, secure an easy win there. I did think Doplate had the upper hand there, as they did have a 2v1 advantage and the player was already on the defuse, but Cypher through the Viper wall, going for the diffuser first and the subsequent shot onto Raze. So let's take a look at how the teams are set up. It looks like a Patch who's on Sova.
Scanning ahead.
There they are.
Patch here with a very aggressive peek, going in for that kill outside Garage. He is down to 30 HP, but I would say it was worth taking the risk. And it looks like despite the loss, Team Doplate have gone in for the forced buys. An interesting choice, all except Omen, it looks like, and Raze. So 3 of the players going in for the buys, and it has paid off early on. Sage here, they have lost a player PWN early on outside Garage, but choosing to continue to push here. And Sova here almost getting caught out in his recon arrow. Sage could have gone for that headshot, but unfortunately could not. And Sova here with the shock that will pick off Sova. So that headshot finally does come through the smoke. And an interesting pick here, as the first kill does get traded out, and it looks like PWN with haste are entering onto A side. They do have Viper, who has picked off Jet, who dashed onto side, but will get traded out, and Omen is going to go for that quick plant here onto A side. It is looking like an A long, A short plant, and it is going to be a 3v3 retake here for Team Doplate. We got Cypher, who's playing A short, as
Shadows traveling.
Sage is going to be playing A long, and Omen is on site. Heavy push coming in from the CT side for Team Doplate. That Paranoia catching them out, and they're going to have to fall back and reposition. It looks like Omen is going to go Heaven with the classic, making a lot of noise, so they are aware of their position. Vlogger here coming out with a Spectre, couldn't secure the kill. Maggie will get the pick on the person capping at A long because he was aware. Will pick up the kill, and Iron Maiden clutching it with that 4K, and Jet just to the very last second realizing the position of Omen. But I think he did lose a lot of HP because of the player on A shot. So Doplate, a good performance from them. Unfortunately, they will be disappointed that those forced buys couldn't count for more, but they very nearly came. They came quite close to securing that round for themselves, but they're gonna have to regather their thoughts, and it looks like this time they might be going for a scattered buy. Raze going for the full buy, and the rest of the players going for an eco. So an interesting choice here from them. On the side of the attackers, Omen is the only player, my apologies, Jet is the only player who doesn't have a rifle, and she's gonna stick it out with the SMG. In terms of distribution, there are a couple of players outside C long. It's going to be Jet once again with an aggressive dash onto C site and making her way into Cubby. As elsewhere, Cypher has picked off Maggie. It is most likely outside
Spike
of
down
A. Cypher
mid.
looks like he has managed to. He did take a little bit damage, but has picked up a heal from Sage as well. Another pick here as a player of Doplate going down. It is
One down.
Patch who has gone down, but Vlogger will come out and go for that trade. And I think at the very last minute, he did swap out his Phantom for a Spectre, so a half buy from him as well. And looks like they will be in a good position for the next round. For now, however, it looks like Team PWN may rotate back onto A side, and that does appear to be the plan. And Sage quite literally came till the entrance of A and have at the very last minute decided to go back. Sage holding the spike. Sova is going to try and get them an entry onto Garage. This is a good decision in
30
hindsight
seconds
because
left.
two players of Doplate are already committing to A's side and Raze as well. So
Revealing
Team
area.
PWN, if they play their cards right, will find a C site that is completely unguarded as Omen making his way through spawn. Going to look at CT now. 14 seconds to go. Sage is going to go for the plant. Omen is very low on HP.
10 seconds left.
And Sova here had a chance to do a lot of damage here, but could not get either pick on both Omen and Raze. He has done a lot of damage to Raze, who is significantly low, and both players of PWN are on 100 HP. But Doplate's Raze is just 11 HP. Pulls out the showstopper. Can he make this work?
Last player standing.
Don't think the showstopper did the damage he was hoping for.
I
As
hate
Cypher
visiting underground
will
doctors.
pick up 4 kills once more. I think it was Omen who did it last round, and this round is Cypher as PWN go on to secure round number 3 as well. It was a half buy to a great extent. It was a half buy to a great extent from Team Doplate, so I'm not surprised by the outcome, but I think it was a good attempt from them. Forced them to plant and brought them down to just the last 2 players. So from an economy standpoint,
Yes, this should do.
Team PWN hasn't really run away with it. They're obviously going to come with full buys. And take a look at this. Patch has gone for the expensive operator purchase, and he's going to be watching C-Long with this. This is going to be an important encounter that's going to come up at C-Long very shortly. You can see here he's just changing positions.
Scanning ahead.
He's got Viper alongside him and Raze and Omen watching B-side. B-side, my apologies, as Patch will pick up the first kill onto Jet. And a second peek, couldn't connect the shot, unfortunately. Sova doing some damage, around about 100 HP down is Sova. He's now down to 50 HP. But smartly enough, Team PWN have decided to change their approach here. Sova didn't take any damage, now planning to peek
Quiet now.
Garage and will pick up Vlogger through the wallbang, and 3 quick
One
picks
enemy
for
remaining.
them, and all of a sudden we're looking at a 4v1 with Viper alone outside
No
of
one to
B-side,
interrogate.
and Cypher is going to pick off that kill as well. Somebody stop this man, he's on a rampage right now as Team PWN pick up round number 4, and now Team Doplate surely are concerned because their economies are significantly low, and while they will be probably forcing, looking at that scoreline, if they're not able to pick up another pick now, they're going to find themselves in some trouble. Some lineups here from Viper that we get to see. He's going to smoke off the window perhaps for himself. Team Doplate, Jet here going with the Spectre, even though there is an ult as an option for him. And Omen here with that peek. I think it was supposed to be a one-way smoke for Viper, but Omen just peeking and getting a crucial pick here as Team Doplate losing 2 players early on Garage and C-side, and Team PWN, instead of forcing the issue, are rotating once again, trying to get more information. They want to play this out well. Look at the position here from Maggie. He has seen a couple of players. This is some incredible trigger discipline from him. Will go ahead and pick up, almost securing the 3rd kill as well, and that is some trigger discipline from him. We saw this from him in Ascent as well in the last game. Came very close to picking up a 3rd kill as well. Sova does appear to be red because of the damage. An Omen ultimate here coming in from the side of PW, and take a look at this. Iron Maiden going for the instant plant onto A side. He is alone here, but he has a lot of time and space to work with as Team Doplate slowly readjust their positions. It's going to be Vlogger who's coming in from A long, it looks like, from A lobby, and Omen making his way through to A heaven. He has Omen on site, but take a look at these positions. Take a look at these positions from Team PWN. They were ready for that flank, and Jet with the op will pick off Raze. Omen is going to be left alone. There's a decision here to be made for him. That is an aggressive TP from him. Jet misses the op shot, luckily enough for him. Will pick up the pick.
Nowhere to run!
Taps the spike and brings out Sova's ult and Jet's ult as well. So even if he does lose his round, I think he's played well to force Team PWN to use two of those ults when they did necessarily have to. Slight moment of panic from them, but well played to both teams. But Team PWN coming out just on top there, extending the lead on Haven to 5-0. And remember guys, this is a best of 3, so if PWN is going to win this match, they are going to wrap this evening up pretty soon, sooner than anticipated, but surely Doplate is going to have a few things to say about that. Let's take a look at how they're positioning themselves again in terms of buys. It looks like they are really forcing the issue here.
Revealing area.
Sova once again playing C long. The recon bolt getting immediately destroyed, and Cypher with that orb picking off Sova, so they get an entry pick at C site. Elsewhere, Omen looks like he's got a pick on Jet at A lobby. And we've got a 5v3 on our hands here. Once again, PWN spoiled for choices in terms of where they're going to push. Omen falling back towards A side, giving them B side, possibly deciding that they want to play retake on the side of B, and just reallocating their resources to hold the harder sides to push, which are both A and C. So interesting play here. It looks like Omen has put out a smoke at A heaven, but it doesn't look like they've committed to A side. It's an interesting one. They did seem, I think they've sort of faked A site with sound, and Omen probably has given a call to his teammates that they are pushing towards A, because of which Raze has made his way towards A as well. But Raze now seeing that recon and is aware that this is looking more like a B push than it is A. Sova here peeking out at Raze,
30 seconds left.
who gets spotted out in that reveal.
Spike
And Viper is going to get pushed here from behind as well. If he doesn't turn around, he's going to be dead pretty soon. There are more than one players towards C side. And Sage here is peeking him. What a 180 towards Sage peeking from CT. But unfortunately, Cypher is going to peek out from B and go ahead and pick him up. He did have the ult, Viper, and he briefly contemplated it, pulled it out, and of course Sova with that peek had to shut him down. Now Doplate, in terms of their economy, still looking low and still forcing the issue to a large extent. Some of the players even opting to go for Vandals without any armor at all. A bold choice in my opinion, but something they probably are forced to do because of the scoreline. And in terms of setup, pretty much unchanged. Viper is playing Garage, Sova is playing Seaside, and this time it's going to be Vlogger on the Raze who wants to peek out Garage potentially. Let's remember folks, there are a lot of ultimates in play here. Sage has an ultimate on the side of PWN, 3 ultimates on the side of Doplate. It is Omen, Viper, that strong powerful ult from Viper, and of course the Hunter's Fury from Sova as well. So much slower round than what we have seen so far. Team Doplate being very disciplined in terms of how they are lining up. And there's the first pick here. It was on B side. Omen peeking at the B window. As the Hunter's Fury coming out from Sova, going for the folks outside Doplate. Maggie pushing out as well, but unable to secure a pick between the 3 of those moves. And now once again Doplate are down to a 2v5. Can they salvage something here? Pat has pushed out very aggressively outside Garage with a Spectre and picking up a pick on Cypher, the operator, going down, but Jet is going to stay behind to get the pick on Sova, and it is now a 1v4.
30
and they
seconds
are
left.
going towards A. I wonder if Viper is going to try the ult. It's a risky ploy for sure to use it in a 1v4 situation. He's going to come face to face with Omen in just a second. And Omen with that Vandal is going to wrap things up as a 7th round in the bag for PWN. These guys are giving it everything, and Team Doplate surely needs to regroup and figure out what they're doing wrong. They need to figure this, stop the tide really going against them. No changes in terms of setup. Omen and Raze going towards B. Jet's going to go towards A, and they got Sova and Viper watching Garage and C-Long respectively. Viper here with that one-way smoke on C-Long and a wall as well across the map. In terms of distribution for the attacker side, we've got Sova outside C-Long, a bunch of players outside Garage, and it doesn't look like they want to go A this round, at least not in the beginning to start with. Omen here getting spotted out by what's possibly a Sova drone. Aggressively peeking once again from B side. This could be dangerous for Team Doplate. And once again, Omen getting taken down, losing that gunfight early on in the round makes such a big difference to the team.
Scanning ahead.
And once again, we're looking at a 4v5 situation. Team PWN getting a second pick here on A side, and A side is pretty much open for them as the ult comes in from Cypher. And now they know exactly the positions of the opponents, and they're gonna reallocate and rotate. Good pick there from Viper at B side as the equation now becomes a 3v4 retake. It looks like the commitment towards A side has been made. The spike goes down, and got a couple of players on site for Team PWN, Omen and Sova towards the spike. Good recon from Sova here, getting information. A pick here is going to be crucial for them. But 2 picks going down here as Patch is the last player alive. He has taken down Omen, but he is alone in a 1v3. Gets the pick on Sage. He's down to 3 bullets. Goes down for the reload. He needs to go back in. He does have time.
Concentrate, Sova.
There's a bit of cat and mouse there between the two Sovas, but Jet coming in from A-Long.
Last player standing.
To finish that round, and an 8th round in the bag for PWN. Let's take a look at the scoreboard, and once again Cypher is out and out in a different league here, folks. Has 13 kills already with just 8 rounds on the board on attack, and consistent performance here from him. We saw him on Ascent as well, top fragging and doing really well, winning those gunfights. And I was just talking about how the first gunfight is essential to the momentum of the round, and I think Team Doplate probably just need to figure out where they're going wrong in terms of peaking angles and maybe holding the right spots. But once again, no significant change from Team PWN, but they did try going towards Cubby, and Patch secures a sneaky kill from there, but it will be undone because the Sage revive kicks in, and now we're looking at a 4v5, a 3v5 you can make it, as Cypher secures the kill for the nth time on Omen in B side. A second kill for Cypher, this time Viper going down. We're now down to a 5v2, and Team Doplate find themselves once again outnumbered as Team PWN going towards C side. It looks like they're going to commit here. Vlogger is there, of course. Let's remember, this is a good nade. He picks up the kill, and he's going to chase them with that ult as they fall back. He doesn't pick a kill on Omen, surprisingly, but surely he's bound to have done some damage. Mackie getting picked off here as Cypher rotates from B side, and the timing on that peak from Sova could not have been more perfect or unfortunate for Team Doplate as Vlogger turns around and Sova will pick him off from C-Long. So a 9th round in the bag here. PWN starting to look like they're going to run away with this game and today's match overall. Interesting ploy here from Team Doplate, getting 2 picks early on is Viper pushing out of B side through all those smokes. Patch getting a kill
Scanning
as
ahead.
well, and I think Team Doplate may very well be on their way to secure the first round of this map. Viper is only down to 5 HP. Jet here trying to peek with his...
One enemy remaining.
Will pick up the headshot with the Marshal onto Sova. It is down to just Cypher. Surely this man is not going to do a 1v5. Picks up 3 kills before getting shut down by Jet. And that is round number 1 for Team Doplate on Haven. Well played from Viper. Really a whole bunch of smokes and walls outside B-side and just navigating through them to pick up those 2 sneaky headshots, if anything. And of course the team pushing in. Sova once again. Patch pushing out of Garage very aggressively with that Spectre. Picking up a third kill. And of course Jet from A side finishing up the rest.
Revealing area.
Nowhere to run!
Coming very close to getting the pick on Iron Maiden was Patch. He did get the first headshot on him. Taking some damage, but of course getting healed up by Sage. Doplate losing out 2 early gunfights. Once again, it is Sova and Omen in Garage and B-side. A third player going down is Jet falling. And now we're looking at a 5v2. This looks like they're gonna wrap this.
One enemy remaining.
Wrap this round up pretty soon, as well, as it looks like C-side is completely open. And it is only Vlogger who's outside Garage and making his way towards C-Long, looking for that sneaky push. And
I know exactly where you are.
Oh dear. Oh dear. And just as I say that, Cypher pulling out his ultimate, and the team now knows exactly where he is. What are you gonna do here in a 1v5 and you got a Spectre on your hands?
Team Ace.
Cypher will pick up that final kill, picking outside Garage.
Last round in the half.
So we're looking at a 10-1 score line, folks. PWN really dominating this this map, and Team Doplate will have to turn things around if they want to expect anything from this game. But it's going to be a tough climb for them. This round is going to be crucial. If Team Doplate can pull this off and perhaps win a couple of rounds early on in the second half, the momentum can shift towards them. But I think pretty much PWN are definitely strong contenders to win tonight's match. Early drone from Sova onto B side, getting a glimpse of Omen and Jet, who are holding on A link. As Patch temporarily comes towards B but goes back towards Garage.
Scanning ahead. Die.
Sova with the peek on Jet. He does get the pick on Jet, but will get traded out.
Get out of my way!
I wonder if someone has picked up the op, as Patch will pick up a kill on Cypher, and now we're looking at a
Scanning
4v2,
ahead.
so it does look like Doplate is gonna is definitely in a good position to win this round. But Omen and Jet here, with the spike between them, Omen is outside B side, and Jet right now is outside A. Both the Omens will be coming face to face very shortly. Omen has given his position. Iron Maiden will swing and pick up the headshot. And Sova will bring out his Hunter's Fury. He is searching for Omen here in this position.
30
Will be able
seconds
to
left.
tag him,
One
as
enemy
Vlogger
remaining.
will take down Jet as
Out of
well.
charges.
And can this be a shock dart kill for Sova? One more shock dart kill surely. Will secure the kill, but Vlogger will come in to clean up the mess, and Team Doplate will finish with only 2
Switching
rounds on the
sides.
board in the first half at Haven. And that's always an interesting thing to see when the momentum takes the game away from you. You really need some individual inspiration to bring it back, and I wonder if Doplate has it in them. Pistol round is going to be ever so crucial for them. PWN sitting pretty with an 8-round lead. And they just need to hold defensively and be patient. And this game is pretty much in the bag for them. I would say the responsibility is fully on Doplate to pull this one back.
We go! Wall raised.
Alright, let's take a look at the setup. It looks like we've got Omen playing C-side, Sova, Cypher and Jet rotating quickly towards A as Doplate is making their way into A side. All 5 players onto site already and walking into a Cypher trap. They will get taken down. A second player as well is revealed. It is Sova who with the shock that does some damage. And some confusion here as Jet here walking through all of Viper's utility. And we are now on a 1v4. And Viper here with the Molly securing some time for his team, but nothing more than that. Perhaps they should have played more smarter post-plant positions, because a lot of players were still on site as Team PWN just rushed them and took the site from their hands. And the ever so crucial pistol round goes the way of
Need a
PWN.
drop. Thanks.
And Team Doplate definitely here with low economies and low utility will be forced to go in for that full buy, whatever they can afford. And as far as a fair economy goes, this is pretty much the last round where we're going to see a fair fight, because in the next round PWN is going to have a significant economy advantage. So Team Doplate really needs to think this round through carefully. They start out with a couple of martial peaks from Jet, going in for the orb as well. A few shots in the smoke as Cypher will get a pick on Sova at A site in A lobby with his Spectre, taking very little damage in return. But Team Doplate here slowly making their way towards A lobby after that first loss. Omen just outside. I think he has been spotted out by Cypher. They have seen each other. Falling back, Cypher calling his teammates for help surely as Omen has made his way all the way into A long. And Sage slow ops might just slow him for a second or two. Another
Spike
pick coming in
down,
for PWN and a spike falling at C site as Omen here going down as well.
Last player standing.
And we are now down to our last player. This is once again a 1v5 situation and is going to be down to just Vlogger, who is on the raise. Let's remember on A shot. He has a
30
Spectre in his
seconds
hands.
left.
He's down to 60 HP. And his position is most certainly known. Take a look at Jet coming in from the flank with the knife in hand. He's got the gun out now. This is going to be a fight very soon. Landing the headshot for sure, but Raze was much lower than Jet was. And Team PWN picking up a flawless round as the score moves to 12-2. So the second game not as close as the first game. We did see triple overtime in the first map at Ascent, and Team PWN putting in such a strong performance in map number 2 that we may not even see map number 3 in tonight's game, folks. 12-2 is a tough scoreline to recover from, and full credit to Team PWN, not to take nothing away from them. They've played well. What is this? What are we seeing here? It looks like Team PWN has just decided to rush the long, have picked up 3 or 4 picks at the loss of just 1, and is down to just Viper, the last player who has only a Sheriff. And this is possibly a move that was inspired by their economy, because they knew the economies were low. And folks,
Defenders
there
win.
we have it. It does look like we have a clear winner in tonight's games. It's going to be Team PWN who comes out on top in map number 2 as well. What a game. We're going to take a look at that scoreboard very, very soon. But Team PWN blowing Doplate out of the water. Once again, Cypher with that consistent performance. An average combat score of nearly 424 kills. Top fragging tonight's game. And Team Doplate just couldn't get their momentum. Just couldn't get the game, the shots going. They couldn't win the aim duels. And unfortunately in Haven have suffered a huge loss as they go down 13-2 to Team PWN. I hope you guys had fun. This was a cool stream. I wanted to do a best of 3, but I think we're gonna wrap things up at 2-0. Well played to both teams, but congratulations to PWN for winning tonight's game. I hope you guys enjoyed it, guys. If you did, please do subscribe, like. It'll be super helpful. thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week, hopefully. If you guys had fun, let me know in the comment section down below. Bye, guys.
Yo, it's a war zone, homies. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you kids, it's a fucking jungle out there.